And joining me now for more on the latest is Israeli government spokesman Avi Hyman. Good morning, Avi. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First, I would like to get your response to reports of a potential ICC arrest warrant or potential ICC arrest warrants against Israel's top leaders. What is your reaction to that?
Hi, good morning, Evelyn. Thanks for having me on. I can tell you that we've seen the same reports that you've seen. It would be a travesty of justice, dare I say, for the ICC to take actions of that nature. We know that it would be purely political. Israel is not party to the ICC. They are essentially seeking some kind of political public relations win against Israel when we're fighting for our very existence. You know, we're surrounded by Iranian proxies trying to wipe us off the map. Iran says on a daily basis that they want to wipe us off the map. So any acts like this from the ICC would be obviously detrimental to us, but they would have no influence on the way that we are prosecuting this war, which is fully in line with international humanitarian law. And we will continue on to destroy Hamas, bring home the hostages, and ensure that Gaza no longer poses a threat to us.
Understood. And on that topic of destroying Hamas, with the ongoing war against Hamas, there is some chatter. Is Israel now open to a long-term ceasefire?
So I'll remind your viewers that there was a ceasefire until October 6th, when Hamas plowed through our borders, beheading children, raping young girls, burning entire families alive. Now, we're doing our utmost to ensure that that never happens again. Now, we've heard these calls for ceasefires, in American universities and on the streets of Europe, ceasefire now, ceasefire now. I don't think people understand what that means. Ceasefire now means keep Hamas in power. And that's obviously something that we won't be doing. We will destroy Hamas, both politically and militarily, to ensure that they don't pose a threat to us anymore. What we're open to and what's on the table, and as we just heard Secretary Blinken describe as an extremely generous offer, the most generous offer that we've put on the table to bring home the 133 Israeli hostages being held against their will, men, women, children, and a baby. It's a crime against humanity, and those people need to be home with their families now. So we are going to do what we've done until now, which is apply maximum military pressure, while at the same time exploring all diplomatic channels open to us. Because at the end of the day, those people need to be home with their family as soon as humanly possible.
Got it. So the reason why I'm asking is because there were chatter about a potential, offer of sustained calm. So I also would like to get your reaction to the widespread protests currently across the U.S. I'm sure you've seen all about it, especially about the anti-Israel chants.
So these are not anti-Israel protests. Let's be clear. These are pro-Hamas protests. These are pro-genocide protests. When someone shouts out things like "from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," free of what? Free of Jews. Now, we've heard statements like that made in the past, and those people meant them. They meant to wipe out the Jews, just like Hamas in their charter says that they want to perpetrate genocide against my people in Israel and around the world. So it's very worrying for me, but it should be very worrying for the American public and universities all around the world to see people marching in the university, praising the Islamic Republic of Iran that hangs gays and stones women, their own gays, and you just support for Iran, for the Houthis, and
Right.
obviously for Hamas, the baby beheaders. So we must, this must be condemned on all fronts. Anti-Semitism is shooting through the roof because people don't understand what's going on here. Israel was attacked. Israel is defending itself. Israel, the one and only Jewish state on earth, will do our absolute utmost to defend our people, to go after the Hamas terrorists while limiting civilian casualties, and to bring peace back to Israel and back to the region.
Right. And just quickly, I also want to ask about the protests inside of Israel, because many are saying they have lost faith in the Israeli government and calling for re-elections. How does the government now want to deal with this and perhaps regain trust?
Israel is a vibrant democracy. You know that. I know that. there's an old joke that if you have two Jews, you have three opinions. Everyone's got something to say about everything, and that's fine. But the vast, vast majority of Israel support the war aims to destroy Hamas, to bring home the hostages, and to ensure that Gaza doesn't pose a threat to us anymore. And obviously, there's differences of opinion on what the best possible way to bring the hostages home would be. Now, that's fine. The prime minister has met with the hostage families today and continues to meet with hostage families. And the war cabinet is doing its absolute utmost, using the carrot and the stick, diplomatic pressure and military pressure, as we've done in the past, and as we saw worked to bring home hostages. So we'll keep up the pressure militarily and diplomatically. Um, but the government has overwhelming support of the people to plow on with the mission and get the job done.
Understood. Thank you so much, Avi Hyman, for joining us this morning again.
Thank you.